Well, shit, if you guys have to piss, now's a good time. Copy that. Hey, hey, Oscar. It's not a big problem or anything, but it's just kind of funny sounding every time you say it. So when you say copy clear, you're actually saying two different terms that do not need to be in the same sentence when it comes to radioing out. Yeah. So what you're gonna do, like, say you acknowledge something, right? Like to say that you acknowledge something, you understand something, you get it, right? Copy that is good enough. Okay, when you say copy clear, my bad. When you say copy clear, no, it's cool. I got it. I got it. When you say copy clear, I'm thinking to myself, right? So that room's clear. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like it throws me off a little bit, and I don't know if it's throwing anybody else off, but this is something that I've recognized, right? So when you acknowledge an order, it's just copy that or understood, right? There you go. And then when like you've cleared a room or something like that, this is when you say room clear. You know what I mean? All right, good stuff. Cool. No, you're good. If it takes time, it takes time. But I'm just letting you know what's good out there. You know what I mean? It's not like a big fuck up or anything like that. Just letting you know it might get a little confusing if you say that and somebody's like, wait, that room's clear? Okay, team two, move in. Like, and then you'd be like, no, it's not clear. It's just wait, you know. So there it is. All right. All right. Be advised, Monarch 1 is clear to take off. I'm Bob Lexington at this time en route. ETA 2 minutes. Be advised, command radio is 37.5 for squad lead. How copy? Be advised all, do not exit my craft until I give you the green light. Passing over, give me a minute. Ten seconds on LZ. Take a fire. Green light. Green light, green light, green light. Okay, I see your problem. Hold on the roof there. Hold on the roof. Royal, nah, hold on. Royal found a way. Royal, guide the rest of the team down there. What's going on with this helmet? Yeah, just say Saber Team to command. Copy that. Be advised. Interpreters deemed safe. Marked clear for CIA assets. Command copies all. Send your traffic saber team. Copy that. Did you get action? Copy that. We need to make sure that you got the actionable intel required. Did you get the picture of the HVT assassinated? Copy that. Be advised. Copy that. Be advised, Saber Team. SATCOM is active at this time. 15 seconds. I'll copy. Be advised, all units, area is clear at this time. Prepare for immediate evac on site. Monarch 1 is going to determine best, Monarch 1 is going to determine best LZ. Be advised, Saber Team, I got an open location just north of your position. I'm going to land there. How copy? Last man, Monarch Wood's taking off. Green light. Hell yeah. So, debrief lore. You guys just successfully dismantled a major checkpoint in the providing of arms, supplies, food, and ammunition, and whatever else to the city of Kunar Abad, where we have a large host of Taliban insurgents trying to make home there. You also have successfully eliminated the HVT on site, commanding the operation to try and resupply Kunar Abad. This is going to significantly cripple their ability to be able to provide themselves with anti-tank armaments coming in the future. They won't be impossible to see, but they'll be just kind of more strategically placed, as their necessity will be like needed in specific areas. On top of that, we like whatever's built in there now is just going to be what's built. The infrastructure loss is just going to be unsustainable. They're not going to be able to provide themselves with any more heavy machine guns from outside of the city. They're not going to be able to outsource for any kind of heavy weapon systems. Let's see. You say there's 8 interpreters on site who are already being extracted here as we speak. They'll be held here until we take Michigan. So prepare to see them every day. They're going to be housed in these little guys over here. Like right over here. And then we're going to get them off site whenever we finally take over Bagram. We're finally going to be able to get people out of here and all of that. I'll be taking a track of their names, who they are, and giving them a little bit of lore for each one, you know, like what they're doing in the United States and stuff, and like all that shit. On site was something like, I don't know, 30-ish? 15 and 20? Is that what you guys experienced? Yeah, okay. I tried to put down a pretty good grip for like a little area. I tried to make it pretty contested, you know, so. How did it feel? Did it feel contested in there? Good shit, good shit. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was super impressive. I was like, alright, Royal actually figured this one the fuck out. I was like, no, like, he was all like, hey, command's gonna teleport us. Nah, 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 nah. That was actually a stroke of fucking genius right there. So good on you, Royal, for doing that. That was actually really cool. So yeah. So once Royal figured that out, I was just like, no, tell the team to fucking do exactly what he did and just let Royal know to fucking guide them. That way they don't fall off the fucking roof. So, good shit, dude. That was a highlight right there. That was a good highlight reel. Aside from that, Sydney, I think you led your squad with distinction and honor. I think you led your squad pretty effectively out there. And, you know, you couldn't ask, you know what? What's that? Oh yeah, well I definitely heard it. So that presence can be felt, and you know, in turn, Destin, Oscar, and Royal perform their absolute best for you. You know what I mean? Destin, how did you feel about having Oscar as a 2-man? But Jango Fett over here, they do their job well. Yeah, that quote from Star Wars, if anybody knows that. Alright. Alright, Oscar. It seems like you're getting a little bit more comfortable with stuff. How are you feeling operating with the infantry? You get plenty of gun time in? Like, you get plenty of kills while you're out there? Good shit, because I got it all on footy. And not only is this operation going to be tied to lore with Mumar Jahid Bahib, or whatever the fuck I'm actually going to name him, you'll figure it out. It'll be something along these lines. Muhammad Jahib Rahib, something like that. Khabib. Nah, you can't kill him. Anyway, yeah, when it comes down to it, no, you guys successfully completed the objectives, all that stuff, right? You took, was it one loss on that? One casualty? That being Sydney. It's all good, that's all good, happens. But yeah, so, yeah, that's the ops. Um, I don't really have any like complaints or like any other outstanding remarks except for, Sydney, you did a hell of a job, like you did. Yeah, oh for sure. Like this is a hell of a re-debut, a coming home, if you would. Well, stuff happens. And so you know what? Because this current operation, because the last operation I told Cookie to name, and I'm gonna name it whatever Cookie wants. For this operation, because Royal managed to find the way down, and honestly, I would have had to like change a bunch of shit and like teleport you guys if it weren't for him. I'm gonna go ahead and allow Royal to name this operation you just undertook. What? Operation Red Eyes. Okay. Easy enough. Yeah, easy enough. Yeah, I watched that. I was all like, oh, good thing you threw a stun in that hole, man, because you was able to back out before that dude came to and started shooting again. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, you gotta be wary of them. Some of them are true believers, and some of them just don't want to die sometimes. Some of them also wear vests that are like equivalent to ours, so sometimes you'll have to drill them a few times. Like if they go down, make sure you do your dead checks for sure. Like especially here, dude, 'cause like in Ready or Not, it's a little different. Like if somebody goes down, typically they're down. Like they might be incapacitated, but they're down, right? Here, they'll just get back up. Yeah, they'll just. Yeah, no, you good, you good. Well, I think again, I think the this squad operates. I think this squad operates at peak efficiency. Um, like all I gotta ask for my corporals in the future is just like, you know, fucking be a better example. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want these guys going around thinking team killing's like just the norm around here. Ain't having it. You know what I mean? Gave that a shot and it got fucked up. Um, and then again for my corporals here, this includes Sydney, when I'm not around, enforcement of these SOPs is like absolutely necessary, right? Whether you take somebody into Ready or Not or wherever else, like honestly, it really only counts here in Ready or Not. Like if you're going to play fucking Minecraft, you don't have to clear your rooms like a tier 1 operator. Although it might help. Although it might help. I don't know. Fucking. Dude, yeah, for real. On God with that shit. On God with that shit. Dude, yeah. So now, like, from here on, I want to hear things like, yeah, Royal is a good source of information, or Destin's always like, trying to be professional, because not everybody's going to be as professional as one or the other. I've already come to accept that, right? But where I like to argue with Royal's interpretation on leadership is it's not about, like, to an extent, it's not about how you lead them. It's about getting the result desired. You feel me? And whether that means pushing somebody to their fucking limit, or whether that means, choking the collar, or whether that just means a gentle, like, hey, you fucked up, but it's cool, right? That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, keep it locked in. I only have a couple more things to say. It's very important, right? You guys know how much time I put into this, and you know how much time I've put into every single one of you, right? Now that you're corporals, and you're taking that step up, in a sense, it's time to start giving that back. You know what I mean? Now you guys are here, you're more seasoned than everybody else. You know what I mean? You know more than everybody else. You can direct people better than everybody else. And people will respect you more than everybody else because you're holding the ranks that you have. Right? When they come in here, like when JSOC comes in here, they need to see that a corporal is like, hey, don't be fucking around, like get this shit right or whatever. Obviously not being a dick about it. But, you guys are on top of it when you're here. You're able to show these guys reliably what I need you to show them. Royal's done it in the past with fucking hunting. You know what I mean? And then Destin has also done it with hunting. Don't think I haven't recognized those efforts. Sydney has also worked with hunting, right? And between the three of you and then also myself, he's finally gotten it. You know what I'm saying? So this is more of what I need, right? Don't lose your sense of personality when training somebody, right? Don't become a robot. But, like, if this person is just unwork-withable, you tell me. And I will intervene, and I will say something to this person. And if it gets out of hand, this person might be disqualified from operations in the future and be permanently placed in a sort of training limbo until they can figure it out. You feel me? So don't think that, like, you have to work with worst case scenarios all the time. If you're dealing with something like that, you just inform me, like, hey, this person is too hard to work with, I can't do it. This is their name, this is what they're doing, this is their issues. Like, just give me the details on what's going on about this person and I'll nail it out. You feel me? Make sure you let them know too, like, if they're fucking all this up or whatever, because it's not really a whole lot that I ask. You know what I mean? It's just be a good team guy. And I know that comes with, like, certain steps and stuff, but a lot of your steps are taken by your squad leads and your team leads anyway. A lot of your man twos are just out here to be all like, yes sir, no sir, and aim this direction and kill that guy maybe. You know what I'm saying? That's really all a man two do. And so, getting this right's really easy. It's really easy stuff for the most part. It's really the team leadership that's, like, harder for people to grasp and understand. So, but, again, that's why I have you guys here, because hunting wants a shot at all that. And I need to make sure he's going to be good when I, am not here, and I can pass him off to you three. Okay, and this goes with anybody. Now, if they're good to work with and stuff, obviously keep him around, dude. Show him the ropes. Make sure he's doing what he's doing and make sure he's doing it right. You know, again, but if they're fucking it up, you let him know, hey, the colonel ain't gonna fuck with this. He's gonna say something. Right? Like, I'm doing you a favor by showing you, like, just, please listen, you know, type of shit. Okay. Aside from that, I think that's it. I think debrief is settled. Right? Royal, Sydney, Destin, do me proud. You feel me? Yeah. I would say so. You were in a safe spot. The area was secure and you had guns around everywhere, right? And it wasn't in a way that would... No, not at all. And I think, honestly, if you were, like, disrespectful or anything like that, you know, Oscar would have a problem with it and he'd say something right here. Right, Oscar? Like, if you felt like one of these guys was just straight up being a dick, you'd say something, right? Okay. Cool. Yup. It's refinement. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Any questions you guys have about any of this in the future, you please let me know. Right? I'll let you know exactly what I expect out of you of a corporal. Okay? Alright. Alright. You guys are good? You guys are good? I'm gonna get all this footy together. Because I got this little pep talk on footy as well.